update now on the crisis in Washington, D.C. Representative Colleen Hanabusa joins us live on the phone from the nation's capital. Any sign this morning, Representative, of any compromise from either House or Senate?
Well, we do know, by the way, good morning. We do know that the Senate has stood firm, and they said that they simply table the amendments that are sent over, and then they sent it back. But before the House sent it over last evening, we knew that the Senate said that they would not consider the 1-year delay in the and this would have been this one would have been the individual mandate, and it was also the issue of the contributions, especially to our staff, and it was also this idea of going to conference. And the Senate said we would not do that, and so it comes back with it again, the clean CR. When they table the amendments, it comes back the original version that they sent over. So the House leadership is now going to have to decide what more they're going to do. You know, they've attacked this all basically on an Obamacare issue, and I'm not sure what other Obamacare parts they're going to be looking at now.
Okay. There's a curious development in New York this morning, Colleen. Wall Street was actually up a little, and the analysts in New York were saying it was because investors thought this would be a short-lived shutdown. But is there any indication of that in D.C. at this point?
It is only little pieces of conversations that you catch here and there where people say, hey, we've been through this before, we think it's going to last X number of days, and I think that's the way Wall Street is thinking about it. The other part of it is also because of the fact that when you look at what the shutdown really entails, the ones who are being furloughed are definitely affected. But issues such as the Postal Service continues, the court system's ongoing for two weeks at least, and then you have passports being processed. TSA is fine, as well as the air traffic controllers. So there's also a sense that though we are having 800,000 plus people being furloughed, that there are 2 million who are considered essential that are continuing. So I'm not sure that Wall Street is viewing this as something imminent. But if it continues past, I think, the third day, then it will change. And then I'm hoping that we don't get to that point. I'm hoping that my Republican colleagues will see the benefit of just growing up and letting this thing be voted on. We are positive that if the leadership puts this on the floor, this clean CR on the floor for a vote, that the votes are there and the clean CR will pass.
Any chance that polls, that the reaction of people might lead to new offers that haven't been made yet?
Well, you know, the polls have shown very clearly that people said do not shut down government for to do anything to Obamacare, to delay or to repeal or defund, but that didn't do any good. And a lot of those people who were being polled were people who didn't like Obamacare, but said that wasn't what we should be doing. They also did polls on the debt ceiling, which is really coming up in 2 weeks, and that is what I think Wall Street is really more concerned about, because that goes to the full faith and credit of the United States and goes to the global economy at that point. And they've even polled that and said do not play with that as well. Just pass it, pay our debts, and it's the full faith and credit of the United States at risk there. But it hasn't sunk in. And Howard, let's also recognize that this is only a handful. This is about 30 to maybe 40 of the Republicans who some refer to them as Tea Partiers, who are holding the rest hostage. And when you see them, you see the more moderate Republicans, they just shake their heads as well. So it is coming down to the fundamental issue is at what price speakerdom. In other words, what is Boehner going to do to protect his speakership, and what is he going to do for the best interest of the United States?
Our thanks to Representative Colleen Hanabusa, speaking live from Washington, D.C., and we'll continue our coverage on the debt crisis. 6:25 now.